Aloha, you're watching F5 On Demand. I'm Peter Silva. We're here at VMworld 2014 in San Francisco. It's been a great show so far, and one of the cool things that happened yesterday, as a matter of fact, is F5 was presented, I'm going to read this by the way, F5 was presented with the best partner solution in the cloud automation category for the F5 management plugin for vCenter Orchestrator. And I thought I'd get Kent Mudson, who's a principal solution engineer handling our VMware partnership, to tell us a little bit about why are so many people downloading the plugin for VCO? Why is it so cool?
Thank you, Peter. It allows the orchestration of F5 products from the VMware interface, leveraging both the vRealize automation and the vRealize orchestrator.
So first, before we get into that, what is vCenter Orchestrator, for those who might not know?
So, vCenter Orchestrator is a framework developed by VMware that ships with vCenter that allows companies to plug into that ecosystem to manage devices. So F5 has written a custom VCO plugin. It used to be called VCO. It's now VRO as of 2 days ago. That plugs into that ecosystem and will allow you to do some of the basic functions on an F5 big IP, your day-to-day operations and management tasks on a big IP.
Cool, and you were telling me earlier there are a couple little pieces to this, right?
Yes, there are. So there's two main pieces to this. First is the vRealize Automation Center. What that allows is the deployment and the configuration of networks. So you can deploy VM guests, such as the big IP VE, and have it automatically provisioned on specific networks. Then you move down to the vRealize Orchestrator, and this is where you do your day-to-day configuration and management of the big IP. And we have multiple interfaces through the vRealize Orchestrator for managing and updating an F5 big IP.
And so is it when they're inside the VMware branded GUI, right?
Yes.
And then they're able to then just tell it, go send the big IP this, or is the big IP GUI also appear for them?
This is actually all in the VMware GUI, in the vRealize. So what happens is, one of the first tasks with our plugin is you attach a LTM. So now that becomes available in the inventory to receive some of the atomic actions that we've defined in our VRO plugin. Yep. So you can create VIPs, create pools, delete VIPs, add members to the pool, a lot of the basic operations on a big IP.
Are you also able to deploy IAPs too within that?
You can, not through our, through our Big IQ portion of VRO, you can deploy IAPs through VRO.
And so for an administrator, I would imagine this just, to some extent, automates a lot of the process of spinning up and bringing down VEs. What else does it provide a business?
That is the major tenet of this. So right now, as the SDDC landscape starts to change, people want to be able to deploy applications and services within minutes or hours instead of months and weeks.
Yeah.
This plugin that we've developed helps them do that on a big IP. Historically, they were able to deploy their applications, their web servers, but still had to manually configure the big IP. Now they can leverage the VRO plugin and have their big IP up and running in minutes.
That's pretty cool. So no wonder that it's was the best partner solution, is because we have a lot of joint customers deploying our solutions. It obviously makes sense, along with the deep integration that we have with our solutions, that they're able to just manage it from their vCenter Orchestrator itself.
Exactly, and we have, if you take a look on Dev Central, we actually have several custom workflows that are already built. For instance, we have a auto-scaling workflow that will look at a particular big IP pool, and when we pass a threshold of either too many connections or not enough, it will either spin up additional VMware guests and add them to the pool, or remove them. So it's dynamically managing the big IP infrastructure, which is pretty cool. And we also have a second one for patching servers. So we have a workflow that will allow you to disable a server from a big IP pool, run some commands on it to update, run Windows Update, patch OpenSSL. Once that's completed, we'll test the server to make sure it's operational, and then automatically insert it back into the big IP pool. So it makes it really a hands-off approach for administrators. It allows one person to design it and anybody to execute it.
But even that whole updating thing, over time, that's what a lot of, we talk about whether it's updates to bind in DNS or the Windows updates, or even just server patches over the years. One of the things that organizations a lot of times don't do is the patching. And then we talk about these highly virtualized environments where they want that speed and the agility and the ability to spin up and scale up and bring down real quickly. And now to be able to do it with those simple, or the simple yet critical business risk tasks of keeping patches and other things updated over and above the spinning up and down VMs for just content. It's pretty amazing.
Yes, it is. It really opens up the doors and allows people to stay secure and optimized in their environment without having to take their entire site offline to do a patch or switch over to a DR data center. While they update. This can happen in real time because it runs sequentially. So it does one server at a time. If one server fails, the whole process stops. So it really augments what an IT admin can do now.
Cool stuff. I really appreciate you joining me, Ken.
Yes, it's always a pleasure, Peter.
So you don't know, I've known Ken a long time.
Yeah.
He used to handle a lot of our hardware management, right, back in San Jose. Yes. And so it's great to finally get you on camera after all these years.
One of your videos. I've been waiting years. So, all right, thanks, Peter.
You stay in frame, buddy.
Okay.
So, a lot more about our vCenter Orchestrator plugin, which was named the best partner solution in the cloud automation category here at VMworld 2014. For my good buddy, Kent. I got Natasha behind the lens. Thank you, Natasha, as always. You got to give him a shaka this time, Kent.
Yeah.
I'm Peter, and we're with F5 Networks. Thanks for watching.